It is our pleasure to bring into the fold Valerie Bertinelli, award-winning actress, and she's done it all. Her trophy case is buckling from the amount of accolades that she has received over the years. Hi, Valerie. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful. We were chatting off the air. We mentioned to you that our resident meteorologist here called it at 18 below zero. You didn't seem too pleased by that at all.
I happen to love it cold. But I don't have to live in it as I used to. So, but it's a good time to get some cold therapy, right? You can just go out, get your body going. No.
She has no idea. We're all just cranky around here like, good God, cars aren't starting, digits are freezing off, and out there in beautiful, warm L.A., it's cold therapy. Bless you. Bless you for your perspective.
I have gone through that before. I remember I was shooting a show in Park City, and it was 15 below.
Okay.
And we had out in the street, and it was freaking cold. It can get cold,
yeah,
for sure. I hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. We've lived here our whole lives. You get used to it, but at the same time, especially when you get a little bit older, you're like, okay, we're going to see if we can start doing the snowbird thing out in Arizona or something. I have a couple of questions about your brand new memoir, Enough Already. First off, just because it happened recently, you co-starred alongside Betty White in Hot in Cleveland, a great show. And it's quite something when a person lives to be almost 100 years old, they pass away, and then the general consensus is that they went too early. We could have used a little bit more of Betty White. You worked with her. From your perspective, what is it that made her so special?
Oh, God, so much. Just besides the fact that she was an amazing actress and comedian, I mean, her timing was impeccable. She was just a really good human. She was kind. She was filled with gratitude. She just oozed kindness. I mean, she really. It wasn't an effort for her to be nice to people. She just was. That was just who Betty was. She just. I love her. Let's love her, and I think we all miss her because she was just such a good human.
We're speaking with Valerie Bertinelli. Her new book, Enough Already. You tell a story in Enough Already about being very young and then starting to equate weight with love and acceptance, and not in a good way. You cite a few different examples. A lot of it's really heartbreaking, including a school teacher pointing at your stomach when you were really, really young, I think elementary school, if my memory serves me, and saying, quote, "You better watch that." How does that not mess up somebody for a long, long time? How did you move on from that? How does that impact your life from there on out?
Well, I'm still moving on for it. It really is very impactful on a young girl's mind. I mean, I wasn't even aware of my body, before he said that. But I do remember also watching my dad not treat my mom as well when she would gain weight. So it automatically, in a young girl's brain or a young child's brain, says, you are unlovable when you gain weight. So that shaped my whole life. And I started off, food was love for me. That's the way you grow up in an Italian family, And then for a long time, I became enemies with food. Like, no, it's not going to change my body. And now I've just gotten to the point where I'm done. I'm just so tired of the seesaw of that. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to take care of myself, try to eat more fruits and veggies and, not drink as much alcohol and eat as much sugar, move my body more. But I'm not going to care what the scale says anymore. I'm going to take care of my heart and my mental health. And when my body wants to come along, it will. But I need to work on the emotional and mental part of it first.
And in your book, Enough Already, you detail the steps that you took to get to this healthy place, because in the book, you bring up a lot of topics that people can really relate to, especially when middle age sets in. Career changes, especially, in the time of a pandemic where a lot of people went through career changes just out of basic necessity. But then you have aging. You have parents passing away, becoming a parent of adult kids, loved ones leaving us, which obviously you very publicly had to deal with. And then all that, our own mortality, all heavy topics by themselves. You compile them all together, and it's a heavy burden. From your experience, how does somebody navigate through this life in a healthy, productive manner with all this not dragging them down and making us go down the path of unhealthy choices?
Right. Well, not beating yourself up when you do make an unhealthy choice once in a while. That I found that human beings aren't perfect. I'm hoping that people will read this book and really be able to identify it with a lot of the stories that I tell and the emotions that I've gone through, because I think they are universal. And I have found that when I am intentional with things, when I can really feel and hear the negative voices start in that spiral of self-loathing, when I can really be intentional and go, okay, I've got to switch my brain, I've got to move towards gratitude, and then just focus on whatever I can be grateful for at that particular moment, even for the whole day. Just give yourself a moment, in a real moment, when you feel yourself spiraling, and just be grateful for something in front of you. I mean, go pet your dog, go take a walk with your dog, or pet your cat, or go outside and look at the starry sky if it's night, or look at the sun, or look at the snow, whatever it may be, to switch your brain and get it off of that path of self-loathing.
In your new memoir, Enough Already, you do talk about the late Eddie Van Halen. You're on a classic rock radio station, so we would be remiss if we didn't ask you at least one Eddie question. My question for you, can you recall a time that Ed made you laugh until it hurt?
Oh, God. Yes. Yeah. He was just such a jokester. What a great question. And I can't really be specific with anything because it's very off color. But he had a really fun sense of humor. He had a fun, things in the Indonesian language that his mother spoke would just crack him up. He had a terrific sense of humor, too.
And they're going to have me get off the phone with you here in a second, so they only give you a couple of moments. But you also star in Valerie's Home Cooking on Food Network, the award-winning, by the way. What is your one go-to dish? Not that you necessarily like to cook, that you like to eat, your desert island food.
Oh, pizza, without a doubt.
All day long.
Nice.
And I end the book all day long. And I end the book with a great pizza recipe. There are recipes scattered throughout the book because food is so important to me, and creating it and cooking it. So I wanted to share those with people as well. But, yeah, pizza for sure.
And then just one more item for those of us that grew up with the music of Van Halen, to see Wolfie do what he's doing and have all that talent. It's been wonderful to see. Your kid's really, really good at what he does. Yeah, he's fantastic. He's the real deal.
He's just so talented.
Yeah.
I mean, my only regret is that Ed's not here to enjoy it, too, because he would just be over the moon.
No doubt about it. We've been speaking with Valerie Bertinelli, her brand new book, her memoir, Enough Already. It's a fantastic read. Available everywhere. Valerie, thank you for the time. Take care. Continued success.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. There she goes, ladies and gentlemen.